Hey guys, it's Tiqqle. So starting out this battleground, I send the Ret Paladin in to grab the flag. We don't have anyone that can move too much faster than him, and I want the DH calling targets. So I mark the DH. Now, this is Twin Peaks, so our goal here is to stop them mid, slow down the flag carrier, get the flag, and then regroup mid after we hopefully wipe them. So we can see when we start off, we start hitting them head on, and I start going towards the left because I'm trying to identify who's their flag carrier, and I need to slow them down as much as possible. Luckily, Shaman are great for that. We have Earth Grab Totem, we have Frost Shock, so I think it might be the Monk, so I start throwing some stuff on him. And then I see that my team might need my help, so I start going back over to the fray. And this is where I start unleashing Chain Lightning, which is doing some pretty huge damage. We can see the Death Knight zooming around, picking new targets. So I see that we're just kind of wiping the floor with them, so I'm running off, and I'm trying to find out who has the flag so that we can start wearing them down. The Rogue has stopped a healer from meeting up with the flag carrier, so that's pretty critical that we can kind of take him out early. As you can see, now the flag carrier is now alone, so we have the opportunity to take him out alone.
I need to target something first.
I see an opportunity to knock him off the ledge, and I'm really excited. So I try to get close, but he goes right past the slot where I can Thunder Strike him off. So it's too bad. So here we see the enemy flag carrier regroups with his graveyard, and he's able to kind of run off. I'm getting focused down by a Fire Mage. I pop my Astral Shift, but it doesn't really help. So I'm dead, and as you'll see in this match, I am typing to the team the whole time, so this is a YOLO, but it's a YOLO at about 1600 MMR, and in the next several videos, you'll see us go to about 1900 2K MMR. So as you can see, our flag carrier who has the enemy flag is just kind of like walking through the middle, and now I'm kind of screaming at the team, hey guys, we need at least 2 healers to go back on D ASAP to support him. I sent the Monk back just because of his mobility and the Druid. And as you can see, the Druid just ran over the bridge and they were starting to follow him. So here, I noticed that the team was starting to fight a lot mid, and that's not something that we want to do, especially if we have 3 people on defense, and then we have, the enemy flag carrier who's starting to get those damage stacks. So here I see that there's a healer that's trying to go to the enemy flag carrier, and I'm trying to get him down before he regroups with others for peels. But he uses Displacer Beast and gets out of there. So at this point, a lot of the team is wiped. So a lot of our team is wiped. So we're going back to base. I'm coming up to the top here to start throwing out some Chain Lightning CCs, and then the mage followed me up and polymorphed me, which is a little annoying. But I know Thunderstorm, so he's gone. So here we need to focus down a healer, or at least wait until those stacks get high enough on the Monk. And as we can see, our damage here is pretty high. We're getting him down pretty low without too much CC. We know that they're probably cooldowns, so we're just kind of staying on him pretty hard. Keeping them all grouped up. I can use a lot of damage through Chain Lightning to spread the damage so the healers kind of lose pace. And so for here, we're going to focus. As you can see, I just typed FC, so now we're going to focus and tunnel down the flag carrier now that the stacks are high enough. He puts Touch of Karma. There's no point in focusing him now. I'm trying to use Earthquake to knock down people to stop damage and also slow down the heals. It actually is extremely effective in disrupting healers. It's a little RNG, but if they don't, if that's coming out and they can't get the one heal that they need to keep the flag carrier alive, then it's definitely worth it. So here, my health starts dipping. I'm trying to spam healing surges for those swelling wave procs. It's just so strong. They're not even focusing me at all at this point. And then they finally switch back to me and take me down. So I'm now at the graveyard with a bunch of others. I'm instructing them to focus the flag carrier to the AoE stun the heals, because the stacks are getting so high that there's no reason why we can't take down the flag carrier, as well as AoE fear, AoE stun the healers. So Blight is our rogue, who is doing a pretty great job all game in controlling the flag carriers and also defending Here we have Destroyer. So Destroyer was asking me, do you want me forward? Do you want me back? Because there's some conversation about how many healers we want on defense versus offense. So we still want 2 on defense, and we still want 1 on offense, just so our offense can get more pressure out. So that's why I make that call, even though some were saying that we need 3 back on defense after 10 stacks. I thought we can push through and get it fine. So here we see a lot of fighting middle. We're crushing them, but at the same time we're losing that opportunity to push damage on the enemy flag carrier. So I'm telling everyone, get out of the middle, get out of the middle. We need to get into the flag room. When stacks get so high that, you know, healers can't keep up, here's where we're kind of entering the enemy flag carrier room together. And when I'm saying like Zerk, 10 plus stacks, let's go, let's go. So I'm up here at the top. I know I'm going to try to knock this healer off. He goes flying. And now this Arcane Mage is focusing me a little bit, so I start line of sighting just to get some swelling waves up. So here we're focusing the enemy flag carrier. He has 10 plus stacks. As you can see, his health just starts to get chunked, and he's going down. He's going down big. And then I get the flag return. So here our plan is, and I think it's important, you know, the play after the flag cap is we're going to control their healers, control their damage dealers here. If we can take them down, we will. But the biggest plan is to get that flag and run it back to midfield to our flag carrier. Now our flag carrier, this game is a Ret Paladin. It's not the best. It's working out so far, so we're going to stick with it. We give it to the mage here, who can be a little bit more elusive than some other classes. For example, me, I really do not want to carry that flag. Ghost Wolf is good. Absorption shields, you know, Frost, Nova, and all of that is bad news for them. So here I'm saying to stay with our flag carrier, because the most important thing is to make sure we get that flag back to our base, and then we can set up for that counterattack. We could hit them straight on, but I'd rather have a few of our guys go in for it, but we really want to make sure that we get our flag back to our base, then we can launch a counter strike. Because if we can wipe them even middle again, then we'll be fine. Because then they'll be on res timers, then we can walk right into their base with limited amount of resistance, and then we'll be good. So here we see that a few of the enemy team is going after our RFC. There's a warrior, Ret Paladin, and mage. So here they're trying to get all over him. We're trying to do what I would recommend everyone to do, is just peel. Split them up, split their damage up. For example, here I'm trying to get ahead of the Ret so I can thunderstorm him off. It doesn't do anything, which sometimes happens. I'm not sure why. Here I'm throwing down Earthquake, which knocks down the Ret. And here we just want to do as much damage as we can to peel off their pressure. That mage launching Greater Pyro Blast is definitely a problem. He gets cycloned. We're stunning them off. We're trying to just give that time. You know, I'm using Earthbind all the time to make sure that they can't reach our RFC. So now that we have our, you know, we're set up in our base. We're ready to launch the counterattack, basically. I'm throwing out heavy meatballs at this mage, and he gets chunked, but I let him go because I know my team can handle one frost mage. Or fire mage, sorry. So here the team's trying to go back. Now it's our time to push to the other team. As you can see, a lot of the team members here just walked right through this guy, which was the right move to do. We need to go right to their base before the people that we killed come back up on the graveyard. So we're pushing forward. And as you can see, our offense was already there. They were already pushing down, so they were able to hit the enemy flag carrier down pretty easily. Our team was definitely the stronger team here in terms of damage, in terms of taking control of these flags, and really the positions on the map when we were, you know, moving the flags around. So here again, we take the flag. We want to regroup with our team midfield, and as you can see, their enemy team is in trouble. So I'm using my frost shocks to just knock them down. So I knocked one warrior down, and then the next. And so for here, I'm the click master on the flags. I pick up the flag. I knock this guy away, and he quickly rolls out of range, which is really smart for him to do to try to outrange my huge meatballs coming. So kudos to him. So now here I'm trying to figure out if I should be giving this flag off. This druid comes in. We're not really worried with 5 people here. But I'm trying to figure out, does Destroyer want this? He's like running next to me in travel form, which I know is I think it's faster than Shaman form. So I right click him, I go on his back, and I drop the flag. And so he picks it up and we're good. At this point, at 2-3, we're not really too worried about the match. We know we have it in the bag. We know how to work these guys. And so here, I go for the dream again. I'm trying to get over to the edge. I want to knock them off into oblivion. But people always seem to have, you know, when they see a shaman running over here, they get scared. But luckily, that druid was not ready, and he goes down. He goes down. So here, 3 people are grouped up. Great time for earthquake. Great time for chain lightning. And so and here we make the red auto bubble, which drops the flag, which makes it a GG. Hey guys, if you like the video, please hit the like button, subscribe if you like this content, and we'll be having more Rated Battleground commentary as we ascend to 2K.